Are we live now? I hope we are. Are we live now? It might be. Yes we are, yay. So, today we are going to undo a wrong. That is the goal for today. We are going to try our best to undo a wrong. And Barnaby doesn't help when you decide to do your thing right as I'm getting to start the stream. So, go down. Go down. Wait. Okay. So let's get this up. I'm curious about something. I'd kind of like to delete this, but I don't think I'm able to. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think we're able to. So what we need to do then is we need to, we just have to do it manually then. Sleeper 9-3 whiskey. That'll be fine. Departing out of Brussels, arriving into Gatwick via 777. Seven 200, yeah. I'll just call it an hour. Check an hour 30, I think. So, I'll go an hour 15 and departure time. Anyway, we'll give ourselves an extra 5 minutes. It's going to be a very, very quick flight, and this is the only thing we're doing in the stream. So it's going to be, in addition to it being a slow flight, it's also going to be a slow stream. Or it's also going to be in addition to it being a quick flight, it's also going to be a quick stream. Because after this, I am actually going to, what I'm going to end up doing is beginning to record a few videos. So, need back some radar up. You threw us fun this morning. In terms of Brussels, we can take stand at 236 again. I don't think we'll be getting that much ATC. Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting that much ATC today. I actually don't think we're getting any ATC. That's it that we're gonna get. Like, we're gonna be one of the biggest, we're gonna be like the third person on Brussels, so maybe. Only going over to Gatwick though. As departure, VPilot would help.
Set parking brakes to request ground services.
And we are speedbed 9-3 whiskey. speed bed operated by AirNott. Just quickly filing this flight plan. Flight plan filed. Alright. First off, look at these massive engines. Actually, I'm going to think about these massive engines. Okay. These engines are as big as a 737. Actually, not these engines, actually. Actually, yeah, they are. My bad. Yeah, they're. So, 777 engines are as big as the fuselage as a 737. You have 1, 2, 3, plus a middle, plus 1, 2, 3. As in, these engines are so big. These engines are so big here that it can fit the entire fuselage of a 737. So, with that said, though, I don't know if those are the correct engines. Right. Have ground power. Battery on, get those on, radiators on, emergency lights armed. Okay. Do heat on now, even though it doesn't really matter that much. And did this really do? It did. Label 240, no need for label 280. There's no reason for it to have done that. In fact, last time they told us, yeah, I'm sorry, but your thing didn't do a good job. Please refile, or you at 280 or 240. Sorry, we can't. We can do 240. Fingers bothering me. Okay. Electronic flight bag request data from SimBrief. Let this whole aircraft get a little bit more on. And my fingers itching now. Flight communication. Either this does a better job at addressing my hands on the other shit, or it's not working as well as it should be. I think I'm going to give it a bit of both. Okay. FMC. But adherers are on, right? Yes, they are. They should be aligning. Visit and knit. Okay, there we go. Route request. SimBrief. Set payload. Set fuel. Set route. We'll change that in a moment. Now, this is where we have to look at Flight Radar 24 for a bit, because we do not actually actively know what noise are they using. And do you even have Flight Radar 24 on here? There you go. Looking for Brussels. And so they took that runway right there. That's a tweet jet. So yeah, they took that runway right there. You know that they landed. I don't know. They might have just left their transponder on. So they took that runway right there, which means I think we can prepare for runway 25 right. That would do. Okay. So yeah, we will prepare for runway 25 right then. We have a 25 left. How they need to do. Okay. Activate that. Execute departure. Runway 25 right. And what are we on in terms of our arrival? The next one X-ray. Oh, they're recommending runway 1. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we can take runway 1. Yeah, we can take runway 01 by the next one X-ray departure. Okay. And then in terms of sim brief and our performance data, you can probably go ahead and get an APU one now. That gives us plenty of space. 127, 128, 136. Accept. Take off. That's flaps 5. 127, 128, 136. Thrust limit, take off. Good, good. Legs, solid. And then in terms of this departure, initial climb 1800, initial climb 700, then slight turn until 1800, then it's direct to AirNott. So that is about as straight of a departure as we can get. So I'm happy with that. Doesn't matter to us right now. QNH 1020. On the QNH. Good. Variable tune-up. Nice. Nice. Okay. That should be on now. Alright, we can go ahead and tell the cabin crew seats for takeoff now. If we were to monitor advisory. Brussels traffic, Speedbird 93 Whiskey, stand 238, push and start now onto Sierra, Brussels traffic.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Good, so am I. It's going to be a very quick flight, and then I have some videos to record. So. Alright, sorry, I have a video to begin planning, and then I have a video that I'm actually going to record and upload to you by the end of tonight to all of you. Lovely folks.
Departure check completed, bypass pin inserted.
Push and start on to Sierra.
Locking gear.
Oh, sorry. Nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes.
Come on now. Are you guys gonna be pushing back anytime soon? Are y'all gonna be pushing back anytime soon? Come on now. Okay, what's going on with you now? It's not very promising now, is it? Oh, it's for reasons like this that we have toolbar pushback. I mean, GSX decides he does not want to cooperate. So, there's a reason that we have GSX. Or sorry, toolbar pushback. Hydraulics to auto. Both engines can go ahead and come alive now. Both engines can go ahead and come alive. So, yeah, there's reasons we have a tool-work perspective. Let's keep going on with something. Something's broken. So. I didn't know what's going on with that one. Okay. And someone decided to push without checking in with anyone, so. Something's broken. That is going to get annoying. Something is very much broken. I wonder if it's the iPad being glitchy. So taxi via Sierra, Inner 8, to cross runway 07, and then we'll line up down runway by Delta 2. Okay. Speedbird 93 Whiskey Heavy taxiing now via Sierra, the Inner 8, and then we'll Inner 10, and we'll go on to Charlie, and we'll cross runway 07 right down at Delta to line up runway 01 via Delta 2, Brussels traffic. Alright. Well, now, let's get a move on. In the meantime, we can go ahead and do our flight controls check. Okay, all up, all down. Full left, full right. Speeder brake full. Flaps full. Full rudder. Rudder looks fine. Come on now. Come on now. Actually, we'll just taxi by the outer one. 108. And just in terms of better lighting throughout on our landing lights now as well. Correction to Speedbird 993 Whiskey's taxi. We'll be taxiing via outer 8 and continuing that all the way straight to cross runway 07 right, still runway 01 for departure via Delta 2, Brussels traffic. Got quite a long taxi here, if we're being honest. APU can go ahead and get knocked off now. Even though during takeoff, I do actually think it's a good idea to keep it on, even if it only like just wastes fuel 95% of the time, just for the other 5% of the time where it might actually be handy. So, do we have another aircraft? Yes, we do. We have a killer. I don't know, I still don't have the model matching set up yet, do I now? one sub. Get in the stream. Specifically for you. Actually, no, I'm not doing it for myself. Make sure that the channel doesn't look dead this whole week. So, and because I still Speedbird at 93 Whiskey now crossing runway 078 and Charlie 6 Brussels traffic. Speedbird 93 Whiskey now clear of runway 078 Brussels traffic. Okay. Brussels traffic via Delta 2 Speedbird 93 Whiskey lining up runway 01 Brussels traffic. I don't know what that is that keeps doing that, so I bet it might be the headphones. Either way, I'll just ignore it and then I'll reboot the computer. Okay. Alright, there's no reason to fuck this up today. There's no reason to fuck this up today. Everything up here looks fine. Good, good, good. Shit. We need to set flaps appropriately. Speedbird 93 Whiskey waiting about 30 seconds for departure, Brussels traffic. There's a fucking cricket in here somewhere, I don't know where it is. Come on, flaps. Okay. Brussels traffic, Speedbird 93 Whiskey taking off runway 01 right. Sorry, 001 via the Donut 1 X-ray departure. Brussels traffic. Alright. Thrust is set. Airspeed alive. V1 and rotate. Positive brake, gear up. Flaps away now. Brussels traffic, Speedbird 93 Whiskey Heavy, airborne now, passing 2000, climbing flight 240, Brussels traffic. Not a bad takeoff at all. Autopilot on now. No other transition now soon. 4500. Not too shabby. Not too bad at all. You're now airborne off to Gatwick, because I did not want to end the year of capitals off on a loss. Standard pressure now. So. Not that bad of a departure now. But it shouldn't be because the winds are calm, so. Good, we have the seatbelts on, good. Alright. So today we're going to try and not get cut off by some idiot who wants to overtake us at 600 feet. And if we do, we're going to try not to have to declare minimum fuel immediately after. Because that was a good idea last time. So. Look at our route. This is our route. Actually, we should probably put in our arrival information. Runway 0. Runway 08. Ouch. That means that's good taxi, though. But still, runway 08, right? Arrival via runway 08 right. Tebber 2 Golf. Actually, let me just verify. Go with Timba. Don't want via the Timba. Tebber 2 Golf. Okay. Execute that. It's not long. Okay. Not that bad now, was it? So. Yeah, I guess I just couldn't let the previous off on a loss. Couldn't do it. That's that. And I'm gonna do a video here soon of all of the Euro capital flights. Okay. And the main thing with that is I want to end it off on a good note. So even though officially this is not officially New Skies isn't counting this as a Euro award, it is counting it towards the AirNott New Sky, and it'll count it towards me as well. So. Here, airborne. And then in terms of this arrival procedure, Tebber 2 Golf. So it's at Tebber flight level 140, and then it is slowly down. So at Kilo Echo 63, it is 250 knots. And then Timba, max 2, at flight level 70, max 220 knots. And then, on the ILS approach, we have a hold at Timba, then it's directed to Mayfield. And then we descend down to altitude 3000 by Delta 18.0, and then Delta 23.0. Actually, yeah.
Taxi to Hop 1, runway 01, Charlie 6, Delta 2, calling 527.
Okay. Leveling off now. Thank you. Please do. Please level off now. Okay. Yeah, and then so we intercept at 3,000. So 2,000 is what? What is that? Approximately an 8.6 mile final. Okay, that's not bad now, is it? In case to go around, it is flight runway heading and passing 1 mile out. Trying to maintain 2,000 and then into holding with a heading of 178 degrees. So it's looking solid. Okay. And then missed approach with lost comm, proceed. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Noted. And then this is Gatwick. For anyone information, we'll be parking at Pier 3. We'll be parking at Pier 3 for Gatwick. So, in case anyone is curious. Pier 3 parking, which gives us a nice wide gate. So, we got about 40 miles until top descent. And we'll actually begin it properly this time. Okay, let me ask everyone this. Is Gatwick really in London? Is Gatwick really in London? So, because this is the city of London, right? Here's the city of London. Here's Heathrow. That right here, that's Heathrow. This right here, this is the city of London. And then here's Gatwick. So Heathrow is like on the outskirts of London. So that begs the question: is it really? Is Gatwick really in London, or is it really just a southern UK airport? Because the way I see it, it's a southern UK airport. It's not in London at all. London City is good, and then Luton. Same thing with Luton. Is Luton actually in London? This is Luton right here. Is it actually in London? I don't think it is. At all. So. And actually, even the same thing with Stansted. Yeah. That's Cambridge. Even the same thing with Stansted. Okay, I guess Stansted is maybe. I don't know, because there's Stansted. You know? It's like, I just don't see where you get the idea that Luton is in, that Gatwick and Luton and Stansted are actually in London. Heathrow, I understand. Heathrow, I tend to agree with. Do I have good work in here? Let me install that quickly. Okay. That I actually understand. So, London Heathrow and London City, I actually agree with. Not London Gatwick or London Stansted or Luton. Okay. Down here, this is Gatwick. This is Gatwick all the way down here. Not up here. All the way down here. No, you're good, Seb. You're good. Just having a crazy discussion of, is Gatwick actually truly London? Is that should actually be named London Gatwick Airport? And my opinion on it is absolutely not. Heathrow, I understand. London City, I absolutely understand. Not Stansted, which is up here somewhere. Is that Stansted? No, that's not Stansted. Stansted is up here. I don't think Roy Stansted is. And then same thing with Luton. Here's Luton. It's like having a crazy discussion on that. So he's after this said, "Oh, Gatwick is in London." It's not. So. Oh, Heathrow, I understand people naming Heathrow London Heathrow Airport. Because this is London area over here. It's only like a 20-minute drive from Heathrow to get to central London. If you take traffic out of the question. Right. I mean the London Underground extends all the way through Slough and actually all the way out to Reading now. But it's like, still. Heathrow and London City are the only ones I actually understand. So. Right, we are approaching our top descent very, very quickly. And we never turned off our landing lights. Or our taxi lights. Or we never turned off any of that stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. They generally have an issue with flight level 280, which like you guys keep putting in, so. Alright, we are about 10 miles out from top descent. We are arriving via the Tether 2 Gulf, so initially. Yeah. Hang on. I know. Oh, look at it on Batson. Anyway, let's go ahead and quickly be in our descent, and then I'll look at it. So, but Newark is actually like it's like just outside New York City, so it's like that I understand as well. So, Gatwick traffic speed bird 93 whiskey heavy beginning descent now flight level 140 to be level by Tebra, arriving by the Tebra 2 Gulf arrival into Gatwick traffic. 140. Now I'm curious about something. Upon passing it, will it automatically, now that I've set it up here, will it take us down? That is a very good question. See here. Yes, it will. Nicely done, Nav. Nicely done. So. Yeah, so it's like Newark. I actually understand Newark because I mean, Newark's right here. I mean that's essentially right next to the city. So. Newark Airport is like, what, right over here? Yeah, right here. So, it's essentially like right next to the city. I mean, maybe it's not like really New York City, but it's close enough for it to count, in my opinion. So, just this one. Yeah, probably wants a little drag, if I had to guess. So, this thing's gonna be annoying. What the hell? What on earth? What's all this waving around going on? Plane is not cooperating at all. Yeah, that's what I thought, and then you just gave me the speed break warning. And this is why I do not ever support VNAV descents, because they're usually wrong. Yeah, I've given you about as much drag as I possibly can, unless you want me to start putting flaps out. What the hell? Okay, that's it, we're holding. Yeah, we're holding tether, right? Maybe not, we're holding tether. So. Oh my word, look at this descent. What the hell, plane? Passengers in the back are freaking floating off their seats. What the hell, plane? Yeah, look, passengers. I really hope that News Guy's not going to bash us for that, because it will bash you if you go up and below a certain amount of G's. Okay. Yeah, this is why VNAV never works. Or not, that's not why it never works, it's why I never use it. Because it's not ever accurate at all. It's Everton that we have to be, put 140 at. So. And then it's down to flight level 70, with a bunch of speed restrictions, so. Yeah, we will not have very happy passengers at all back there. Stuff is probably all floating around. So passengers will not be happy. So make sure not to ever fly with AirNott or British Airways again. Just make sure that was not important. My phone is. That's right. So. Okay. Yeah. So with New York, I understand why you would say it's not New York. I can understand that. I can completely understand it. But I mean, it is close enough to where I guess they could theoretically advertise it as close to New York airport, and they do advertise it as such. So, I mean, if for some reason something happened to my flight at JFK, going into JFK, I'd be happy to go to New York, and it's not that far out. So. All right. Down to flight level 70. Speedbird at 93 Whiskey Heavy, descending now, flight level 70. Gatwick traffic. And with slow speed 250 knots as well. Level 70 level by timber. And then we are, what are the minimums? I forgot to put those in earlier. So the minimums are 396. Nice. Minimum set no spinning the dial for forever today. Something is broken. Okay, the temperature to go for Rhino, I don't really understand it because, well, once you get down to flight 140, way too early, in my opinion, and then it takes forever for you to get down to flight 70. I understand that, but still, it's not the best arrival procedure. Let's go direct Timba. Just for time-saving measures. So. And to be clear, this is the only thing we're doing in the stream. Afterwards, I'm gonna begin to film a few videos. I'm gonna begin to film one. I'm gonna plan the other. Should probably film tomorrow morning-ish is what I'm thinking. So, and then tomorrow night is another Baltimore Heathrow to count for this week because I'm not going to do it for the rest of the week. So. Gatwick traffic, Speedbird 93 Whiskey is now direct to Timbo, Tango, India, Mike Bravo Alpha, Gatwick traffic. Okay, what is it that keeps going bad? I really don't know. I don't think it's the yoke, so is it? I assume microwave that the microphone's working all right. So you can tell me if it's not. So. Tell me that if the microphone's not working correctly. So, actually, let me take a look to see if anything is actually like loose or anything. So. Something just me. Did I just hear something malfunction? Might be the yoke. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been able to figure out what it is yet. So something is not working as it should, but that's fine. It is a tomorrow issue or a me after the stream issue to fix. So. Well, what's traffic looking like? And it's still coming. I don't know what the issue is, but unless it's, I don't know. I haven't been able to figure it out. All right. I don't know if I've ever arrived at Gatwick at night. Wait, let's go ahead and speed up our descent a little bit more. And slower speed. Actually, our speed's fine for now. 240 is fine. So, and then we go direct from Timba to Mayfield, and then from Mayfield, it's essentially final for the Isles approach. We intercept the 3000. I'll just assume fuel's looking alright. Yeah, fuel's looking actually better than it was arriving in Heathrow this morning. So, that was actually a really fun arrival. This morning's arrival in Heathrow, that was fun. So, got some ATC, got tower, and yeah. It was nice because we got our landing clearance really late as well. So, even though I was like one of like only like 3 people in final. Usually I think at Heathrow in real life they'll put like 5 people in final. So. And then at Mayfield we have to be at 4,000. That doesn't make sense. Well, Gatwick traffic speed bird, 9-3 whiskey descending now down to altitude 4,000 feet by Mayfield, Gatwick traffic. And our transition altitude is 6,000. And we can go shorter speed a bit. We do have the speed restriction. So. And there's no ETC online for Gatwick, which, I mean, that wasn't, I'm not going to say that was the entire goal. You know, I would like to have some ATC, but it does lower the chance that any fuck-ups or any missed approaches would be anyone else's fault. Because the whole point of doing this stream today is to correct the wrong we made. Man, these wings are killing this aircraft. These winds are absolutely killing this aircraft. You got flaps 1? What does that look like? Flaps 1 was fine. Turn direct to Mayfield now. Gatwick traffic speedbird 9-3 whiskey heavy, turning direct Mayfield, Mike Alpha Yankee, which also means we are now officially downwind for now approaching to runway 08 right to Gatwick traffic. Get H1024. And I just realized this. I've never put in our performance. That's fine. That's fine. That's a good goal. And our landing lights are off. I am making as many mistakes as I made last time, just different ones. Wow. Lots and lots of mistakes today, apparently. So, yeah, that go around was horrendous. Back at Gatwick the other day, that go around was horrendous. But in fairness, it wasn't really my fault. I was focused on maneuvering the aircraft to avoid the idiot traffic that decided to. It was crazy because it was on ATC as well. I mean, granted, I was a little on the slow side. But still, I was on. Tower was online. I was 600 feet off the ground, and this idiot decides that it's a good idea to overtake me, and then decides to execute a go around, which I'm already doing, and so now I have to maneuver for traffic, and so I'm trying to maneuver the aircraft to deal with this traffic, at the same time of putting everything up, and I missed a few things, so I was clear of the traffic. But still, that was just insane. And the VATSIN supervisor did reach out to me afterwards while I was in the downwind. I was still trying to figure a few things out. And I don't know what happened to that guy, but I don't know what the rules are. I think I figured out what's bugging out. The stream deck's bugging out, though. kind of 4,000. And did we have any speed restrictions? No, not really. Maneuvering speeds up to 240 knots, so that's not horrendous. So that's not bad at all. Now I'm down to 3,000. Let's load it 210. Slap the approach mode on. Gatwick traffic speed bird 93 whiskey heavy. Ascending now altitude 3,000 feet. Still downwind ILS runway. 08 right. Gatwick traffic. Yeah, I would agree. Probably got some form of suspension, permanent or impermanent. I don't know. But still, that was crazy to have to deal with that, and because of that, I had to declare minimum fuel. So because I was so slow earlier and was not very fuel efficient earlier, so. But today we have enough fuel to get up to Heathrow and back. Actually, we have more than that. That's about the same amount of fuel as we had arriving into Heathrow after a 7-hour flight earlier. So, runway turn-off lights can go ahead and go on. Preparation. So, we're slow again. We're very, very slow again. We had to increase our speed. Speed to 18 knots. There's Gatwick. There's a beautiful airport right there. So we actually have the Gatwick scenery working today. The free stuff, which, based on what I saw, it's the free stuff's just as good as the any builds payware stuff. So actually, if anything, it's actually a little better. So I cannot recommend anyone use the any builds payware for scenery for Gatwick, because the freeware stuff is it's fine, if not better. So. Okay, let's take a look here. Is this thing so broken yet? Is the stream deck's broken, unfortunately? That's annoying. It's very, very annoying. Yeah, we can go in short burst speed again, I think. So you can tell me if I'm being way too proactive. So I need that occasionally. And the voice server is having issues again. Had loads of issues arriving at Ether this morning. Loads upon loads. And it's doing it again. Well, the airport's right here, so that's 10 nautical miles, so we got about 20 knots to touchdown. And we're already at 205 knots. So, about 3,000, which is our interception speed, or our interception altitude. So, about 20 miles or so till touchdown. Maybe closer to 22. So, yeah, I have to wonder if the developers have no clue what what the issue is, then I have to begin to wonder, is it a hardware issue on the server side? Because that would explain a lot. So, and something's going upstairs. Everything's broken today, apparently. Gonna get more flaps. Yeah, that arrival in Heathrow was not my most favorite arrival, but considering frames, I think I did all right. So, if YouTube allowed me to create the short, I would have done it already. I'll look right after this. So. Let me just verify traffic. Yeah, it looks like we'll have the whole place to ourselves, which is for Gatwick, very rare. It shouldn't be rare for Gatwick. So. Everything's broken today, apparently. That's all I can say. I mean, the sim was broken earlier. The sim was insanely laggy earlier. And I don't blame that on I don't blame that on vPilot or VATSIM. I blame that on FS24. So apparently the issue like after like 5 hours the frames just plummeting. Apparently that's been fixed with the SU4. So speed 200. Gatwick traffic speed bird 9-3 whiskey heavy now churning now in a base churn for final ILS runway 08 right Gatwick traffic. That call was a little earlier. That's fine. Arriving into Gatwick the other day, I kind of got yelled at by ATC because I was so slow. So I introduced to my final approach speed by like 10 miles out. The guy was like, "That's way too slow. Maintain 160 or not, still 40 me, please." So, and I'm known for being that way. So. Let's go ahead and maintain. Let's go ahead and slow to 180 while we intercept. Approach mode is on. Good. Come on, are you gonna pick up that ILS localizer yet? There we go. Gatwick traffic, speed bird, 9-3 whiskey, turning final now, ILS runway, 08 right, Gatwick traffic. Right, let's actually maintain 160 or not, still 40 me today. Get more flaps out now. Flaps 15. Go ahead and get the gear down in a moment. Looking like winds 200 degrees. Sorry, 020 degrees, 8 knots. So, I guess the one nice thing about landing by the 08s is that it's a very, very short taxi. So, go water break 3. Yeah, so I haven't seen anything about Cross the Pond yet, and I'm getting to wonder if maybe the voice server issues are causing Cross the Pond to be delayed. That's just an idea right there. Gatwick traffic, Speedbird 93 Whiskey Heavy is fully established on the LS runway. 08 right, low closer. Gatwick traffic. More flaps. Gear down. Taxi lights on, we can go through this one in preparation. Alright. Well, I guess we can't really maintain it until 4 because that's going up then, right? So I guess that's then 4 miles out. I'm not familiar with the VORs and DMEs. So flaps full now. Gatwick traffic, last call, Speedbird 93 Whiskey is on about a 4 mile final ILS runway, 08 right, last call Gatwick traffic. Okay, we'll take this over by hand on passing around 800. Upon passing 800, we'll go ahead and take this over by hand. So. What's going on with the outbreak? I don't know.
1,000.
My controls. Noted.
400.
It's looking alright. We are a little off. Little high now.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
I'm not happy with that approach.
30. 20. 10.
253 feet per minute. That's not great. What the hell? You're like such an idiot now. It's like, what the hell? How are you stopped on the runway already? Now we're rolling. How on earth did we stop on the runway? That was annoying. Not only stop on the runway, but stop on the runway with loads of space. Well, that's gonna have to count because I'm gonna begin to work on the video right after this stream. Or right after we park, actually, I'm gonna begin to work on all the Euro Capital video, and it's gonna end it off on not the best note. Gatwick traffic runway 08 right has now been vacated. And Speedbird 93 Whiskey is now crossing runway 08 left. Gatwick traffic. The magical landing is one that you don't stop on. You don't stop on the runway. That's the magical landing. You don't stop on the runway. Your approach looks decent. Yeah, there's. So, I mean, I'll be... yeah. Gatwick traffic, runway 08 left has now been vacated by Speedbird 93 Whiskey. Okay, and then we are taxiing... stand 3-4. So that's what you got the other day. Via Juliet, November, and Kilo. Gatwick traffic, Speedbird 93 Whiskey, taxiing via Juliet, November, and Kilo Alpha, stand 3-5. Gatwick traffic. And I'll go ahead and give you this maps there. Okay, runway turn off, lights off. Landing lights off. So, flaps away. So, either way, it's gonna have to do. I mean, there were better landings for the Euro Capitals. You had better landings than that, but not really that much you can do. So, I blame it all on that idiot who. The approach was looking tight. It was looking like we were gonna butter that landing. So. Now you see why I can't exactly say that the any built Gatwick is actually worth it, because it really isn't. This one looks pretty damn good. So. But, you know, with the magical landing, it's like, with a good landing, all I want is a tidy approach. I mean, it can be 300 feet per minute. I don't care about that bad of a rate of descent. I mean, I want better, but stable approach, which that approach really was not that stable. Not using up all the runway, which I feel like they might have done, and not stopping on the runway, which I mean, occasionally it happens, but still. I don't think I have the GSX profile installed, so we'll go ahead and leave GSX alone. Left. Same as that right there. Same 3-4. Come on now, don't stop. You stopped, didn't you? Not the best turn in the world. Turn that I'll have to live with. So, right now, look at the scenery and tell me that you have to pay that. You should have to pay for something just as good, because you shouldn't have to. so jack the lights off. Alright, parking brake set. I'll take that parking job any day of the week. Okay. Oh, we never threw on the APU. No, that's fine. Set chocks. West ground power. Okay. Both engines off. Alright, well, that landing we'll have to do. Let's see what the news guy gave us. He gave us a 9.74. An off-center line landing, which I don't actually know if I agree with that, but still. Good, give me that feel. Off-center line landing. Just outside of what they want, so I'll take that. 253 feet per minute, not bad. So it should have taken off points for a stopping on the runway. So, and we almost did that earlier as well. All right, well, and that completely completes the AirNott Euro capitals now. That completely completes them. We'll not be doing any more Euro capital flights at all. That's this series wrapped up. The next one, first off, we're resuming weekly Baltimore to Heathrow flights. The next one's going to be tomorrow night because I'm not going to have a chance to get in throughout the rest of the week. But I think we might begin to knock out either the UK Shuttle Award, or the all within an hour of Blighty. So I think we might begin to knock out both one of those here soon. And then at some point later, maybe around mid-October-ish, where we are going to begin this round the world tour, which is a massive amount of legs. So that's a massive amount. So, and this begins from Gatwick. This begins from Gatwick and ends at London Heathrow. So this will be what we begin to knock out probably next month or maybe even later. So the Round the World. What are you sending it through Discord? The Round the World tour. It is this tour right here. So you go. It's quite long. But we start out at Gatwick, then Berlin, then Salzburg, Istanbul, Cairo, Kuwait, then Dubai, an airport I can't pronounce, another airport I can't pronounce, a third airport I can't pronounce, fourth airport I can't pronounce, Singapore, another airport I can't pronounce, another airport I can't pronounce, Darwin International Airport, Torrens International, Brisbane, Sydney, Auckland, Notty, and yeah, it's gonna start off at Gatwick, and then it's gonna get us all the way to back to Heathrow. So, and there's a few longer ones in here, but most of these are actually these are all mostly. It's gonna be difficult to knock out. So. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. Because I need to begin to film some stuff. So, let's see here. No, unfortunately it doesn't. It doesn't. I'll have to message him about that. So, there are so many people who don't realize that Hawaii is part of the U.S. And it's insane. It's insane that so many people don't realize that. So, there's a stop at Dallas, Fort Worth, and Vegas, and Vancouver, and Alaska. There's a few stops in Russia. No stop in Hawaii though. So yeah, and that sucks. That always sucks. Don't worry, Seb. One of these days. Yeah, yeah. Hawaiian passport challenge. Yeah. What's that exactly? Essentially, when you try to board an aircraft without that goes to Hawaii without a passport, not realizing you actually need one to get to Hawaii because you go over international waters. Is that what that is? I actually don't have any interest in going down to Hawaii. That's not the kind of person I am. So you need a higher altitude place. So the mountains are the correct way to go. Check. Yep, I'm looking at it now. Got the iPad right here. I don't know. It's right here. So, see here. What's the Discord not allowing clicks on links? So, to be honest, if it wasn't that I was using Discord all the time now, I would probably consider leaving Discord just because of all the political stuff that's going on with it now. That's here. Victor Hotel on Shorty Farms. Okay. Ooh. Airfields in the Honolulu airspace. That'll be interesting. That might be interesting. Yeah, I will have to take a look at that at some point. So, anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna begin to work on a few videos. One of them I'm gonna try to have up probably by about 1 a.m. in the morning. Seb, thank you for tuning in. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at these legs. If it'll even work. Alright, yep. Yeah, so I'll see you Baltimore Heathrow flight tomorrow, probably around 10 a.m. or around 10 p.m. So, see ya.